Today I am looking at your YouTube channels to help you get a better grip on making, I don't know if better grip is the right way to say that, but basically to help you make more money from the content that you're already making on YouTube. So when it comes to YouTube, there's a lot of different ways that content creators make money from the content that we put out. So because of that, everybody on YouTube is doing channel reviews. So I want to do some monetization reviews. This is a series that I am doing to where we just kind of do these occasionally. And with this, the whole goal of these streams is to help you figure out different ways that you can monetize different types of content. Because how this whole thing works out is in order to get your channel looked at, in order to get the feedback on your channel, all you have to do is I'm going to put a word up on screen. And when I put that word up on screen, then all you have to do is put that word into the chat. And when you put that into the chat, what's going to happen is the tool that I'm using from StreamYard is going to randomly pick one of the people that are, that put in that word. So because of that, if you are somebody that, does want to get your channel looked at, when it comes to feedback on ways that you can monetize what it is that you're doing, then when that does happen and I do put your channel up on screen, then make sure that you definitely, put that word in the chat so that I can pull your channel up and take a look at it. Now, keep in mind, this is a brainstorm. So not every channel that we pull up is going to be the perfect fit for all of the different ways that you can monetize, but some of them are definitely going to be. And this is all going to be based on the individual channels that we pull up. So for example, we might end up pulling up a gaming channel. We might end up pulling up a cooking channel or a travel channel or a DIY channel, all kinds of different things that we're going to be pulling up, but it's going to be based on who's hanging out, who puts in the word, and who wants their channel, pulled up. So with all of that out of the way, I do want to let you know that this stream today is sponsored by TubeSpanner. TubeSpanner is a productivity tool that will help you in a bunch of different ways with your YouTube channel, from setting up your upload defaults to helping you write scripts on your videos to writing better titles. I'm actually just going to play a quick thing here so you can see what TubeSpanner is about. And then we're going to get into the content.
The TubeSpanner browser extension will help you in multiple ways as a content creator. The Upload Assistant will help you upload and optimize your videos more efficiently by utilizing customizable upload templates and smart tokens so you can insert very specific elements into your description when you need them. The AI title generator will give you options for your titles, which can sometimes help you make them better. And it doesn't stop there. You can also schedule your videos to be promoted across your social media accounts. You can take notes on educational videos, competitor videos, or even make chapters for your videos. The thumbnail preview tool will help you see what your thumbnails look like embedded into the different pages of YouTube, so you can see how your thumb stands out against a sea of other videos before you even publish. And those are just a few of the many powerful features you'll find in the TubeSpanner browser extension. And there's even more inside of the tubespanner.com website. Go ahead and get the extension installed, and welcome to TubeSpanner. We're looking forward to helping you grow your influence online.
All right. So with all of that stuff out of the way, let's get into looking at channels, because that's what we're here for. And thanks to TubeSpanner for sponsoring this episode of our monetization live streams. So if you are a TubeSpanner user already, make sure that you do get your notepad out because, you're definitely going to want to take notes on this stream today. And let's see what we can do. So if you've been a part of these already in the past and you kind of know how this is going down, basically you're familiar with the, how everything works. But when it comes to a new person, if you've never been a part of this before, how it works is I'm going to give you a word. I'm going to show it on screen here in just a second. I'm going to give you a word. And when I put that word up on screen, all you have to do is type it into the chat. And then the tool that I'm using from StreamYard is going to randomly select somebody that has pulled that up or that has typed in that word. And then we're going to pull up your channel. So only put that word in if you want your channel pulled up and you want me to give you feedback on different ways that you can make money from your content. So without further ado, the first word that we are going to be putting up, obviously, is TubeSpanner. So if you want your channel pulled up, all you got to do is put hashtag TubeSpanner into the chat. You only need to do it one time. You don't have to do it a bunch. You just have to do it one time, and then it's going to log you into this. And then basically, once we get a decent amount of entries in here, then we're going to go ahead and pull it, and then we're going to start digging in and seeing what we can figure out. And keep in mind, like I said before, this is a brainstorm. So we might pull up some channels and be like, yeah, not sure. We might pull up other channels and be like, oh yeah, this is exactly what you need to do. But that's part of the fun of doing this on the fly and trying to help people figure this stuff out. So again, if you are just joining us, all you got to do is put hashtag TubeSpanner into the chat right now, and we're gonna just wait for just a couple more to come in, and then we're gonna go ahead and pull it, and we will get the first one. We'll get the first one up on the screen here. So right now we got 28 entries coming in, and here we go.
Let's get this thing spinning.
The pressure. Okay, Dan Newton, the French. All right, Dan Newton, the French. Here we go. So let me pull this down real quick, and then I'm going to pull your channel up and see if we can get you sorted here. I'm actually looking for you in the chat so we can get you pulled up. Creeper Nick. Hey, I like your name. Let's see here. No, I'll just look for it on YouTube. This will be easier. So the name is Dan Newton. I don't know if this is going to be easier because of the thing here. Maybe it'll auto-complete. Let's find out. The French connection, maybe. Okay, that is not it. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way, looking for Dan here in the chat. Dan, if you could just quickly just say something. Oh, I see you. Okay, I got it. So here, go to channel. Go ahead and put Dan over here. So currently Dan has 870 subscribers on his YouTube channel. Let me make sure everything is like family friendly and whatnot. It is. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and put Dan up on the screen here. Let me go to a bigger view so you can actually like see what's going on. Let me move this over to here, and yeah, we should be good. Okay, so let's see here. Looking at Dan's channel, looks like he's a real estate agent, so he's already making money from the channel. So yeah, so Dan's ahead of us on this one. So Dan's a real estate agent, making money from the YouTube channel. I'm guessing as a real estate agent already. Escape from the Chateau in France. Okay, so if you are making money as a real estate agent, a couple things I'm going to check here really quick. So you're sending people over to TikTok, sending people over to Twitter. So all these things are fine, but one thing that I would definitely make sure that you are doing is how you have the join my personal mailing list up here, and it's not a clickable link. Make sure that you get that down here and that you do add it to your channel links here, because in reality, if you're using this to generate leads to your business, then you want to make sure that the things that generate leads are prioritized with what it is that you're doing. So I would definitely get that down here, and I would actually do that instead of the other social media outlets. But if you're like, hey, I do want them to connect with me on these other places too, then that's fine. But I would prioritize at the very top the email list. And then that way you can make sure that they can click it, versus you can see what I'm having to do right now is I'm having to copy this, and then I have to paste it up into the browser, which is kind of a pain. On a mobile device, it's even more difficult. So because of that, step one is just a little optimization thing. Definitely make sure that you get that there. Next, I'm going to go into one of your videos here. So let's see what you're doing here. Join my mailing list. Okay, that's good. So another thing as well, just a quick thing to think about is, I understand that you're trying to get people on the email list so that they can, come in and they can, basically you have that touch point, right? It's like, hey, they're on my list, so then I can let them know about, anything that I have going on. Smart. However, for the people that might want to directly work with you, I would also put that on there as well. If you're doing this for the purpose of generating leads, I would definitely put that option there too. So I would have join my personal mailing list here, and then, contact me here, or work with me here, or, buy a property with me here, something like that, in order to, make sure that people can easily have access to what it is that they need. And if you could, Dan, if you could just give me a confirmation that you are using this to generate leads. So other things that you can do too, because you have your mailing list. I'm going to pull this up too, because this is all part of the thing. We look at, everything it is that you're doing. So another thing, okay, so you're using ConvertKit for this. This is good. For email list, feel free. It won't be fixed date or time. Yeah, another thing too, just a little optimization thing. Okay, leads and such is I would also front load in your messaging. I would get this up here to the top. So obviously they're watching a real estate channel. Obviously, they're coming over to your email list in order to, I'm not sure if you say it in your videos or how you actually bring awareness to this, but I would get this part up here in bold text right up here at the very top in terms of just mentioning, instead of, sign up for my informal email listing, I would say, sign up for my informal email listing about French real estate, just so that you have that clarity there right out of the gate, so they know exactly what it is that they are, what it is that they're signing up for. I've been doing digital marketing in some form or fashion for a really long time now, probably in total, probably 16 years or so, 15, 16 years. So those little types of things can really make a big difference in terms of just adding that clarity to get more people signing up. Let's see here. Other things to keep in mind is, and this isn't related to monetization, but just a really quick thing because I see it, and this will add value to some, everybody here, is when you are using hashtags for your videos, just make sure that you are checking to see what's showing up for those hashtags to make sure that the content on the other side of that click is relevant to what it is that you do. So for example, right here, if we go to the 2024 hashtag that you have, none of this is really relevant to what it is that you're doing. And the way that you want to look at these is, if you are going to be using hashtags, you just want to do a quick check to see the search results pages for those hashtags, because you're going to have traffic going out for those hashtags, right? Like out of your channel into these hashtags. And then you're also going to have, let's say somebody were to watch this video and then they click here. If your video were to show up here, would it be relevant to what it is that people, are seeing here? Because YouTube's prioritizing the stuff that people are clicking on the most here. So I would definitely make sure that you are getting those things in place as well, and only using hashtags that are relevant to what it is that you're doing. So all of that is good. So other things that I would recommend too, if you are interested in this, and this does require extra work, but as part of your email list thing, because if that's the priority, if you're getting leads, then having something in exchange is helpful. And here I see, in terms of hey, you're signing up for the list. But one thing that you can do to also increase the sign up for lead magnets like this is to create some type of resource that they can get immediately once they sign up. So for example, see my, top tips for, and you can probably convert some of your videos into this actually, but, see my top tips, or get my top tips for, for French real estate. Or, get my top tips for buying homes in this area, or whatever the thing is, so that you also have something, in addition to get my listings, you also have something that they can download right then and there that could be useful for them as well. So I would definitely do that sort of thing also. And then from there, because you are doing real estate, typically one of the things that I always recommend to people is doing affiliate marketing in some way. But in your particular case, you're using this specifically to drive leads. So I wouldn't really worry about that too much. And with the type of content that you're making, unless you're putting together, like, hey, if you're going to go look at a house, make sure you have this device with you to check the electric, but you're going to have inspectors do all of that. So not even that big of a deal. But what I'm trying to think of is, like, with your type of content, what could you promote as an affiliate? But really, if you're just using it to drive leads, I would just focus on optimizing things for the sake of increasing the amount of people that you're, increasing the amount of leads that you get. And I would do that by making sure you're prioritizing those links in your video descriptions, making sure that you're prioritizing those links in your channel links that we mentioned before. And also, like here, another thing to keep in mind for anybody that's promoting anything as an affiliate, anybody that's trying to generate leads or sales or anything like that, you want to think about, like, what people go through in order to click on your stuff. And you want to think, is there anything that I'm doing that could interrupt people from that process? So for example, and this seems trivial, but it matters. Like if you look right here, how you have the hashtags up here above your mailing list, if the reason that you're uploading these videos is to generate leads, you don't want to lose people here on the way to sign up for your email list, or just as they're reading your description, because this is down here, right? This is here, but the viewer doesn't, and the potential lead doesn't. So when they click on your stuff and they're like, oh yeah, hey, let me, go down and see what's going on down here. You want to make sure that option to join your email list or get your lead magnet, you want to make sure that both of those are, higher up in the description. Like the idea when it comes to your description is you do want to, have a paragraph a short paragraph that explains, what's actually happening in the video. And then immediately after that, if you're doing this for the purpose of generating leads, the next thing people should see is this. And then underneath that, then you can put this. And then underneath that, then put the hashtags, because the hashtags are the least important thing in the video description. And you don't want people clicking on that in order to go out when you could have captured that lead at that time, right? Because let's just see what happens. So like if I was here and I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's cool, I want to work with him because I'm going to buy a place in France. Let me click French homes for sale. That looks interesting. Let me see what's available. So here, oh, you're in here. Okay, that's good. That's good. So you still might be able to pull them right back into your stuff here. So that's good. But if they're clicking on French homes for sale, they're probably going to be looking for homes. So because of that, in terms of attention, currently you can see what's being prioritized. This stuff right here, because this is how this page works. This right here is what's getting clicked on the most here out of this particular page, right? So this is what people are, more looking for. But I mean, you are, you're in here too. So that's good. You're definitely doing something right there, which is good. So yeah, so that's some quick tips for you. Hopefully that was helpful in some way. So when I do these, just as a heads up, one thing that I do, and don't worry, I don't try to like sell you anything or anything like that. If you do have any questions about any of the things for anybody that I pull up during these streams, if you have questions, because my goal of doing this is to like just help you better understand how to monetize what it is that you're doing, regardless of how you're monetizing. So if you have questions about any of the stuff that I mentioned while I'm looking at your channel for anybody that I pull up today, feel free to DM me on Twitter. And if you try to DM me, but you can't get through, then in that particular case, just make sure that you @ me on Twitter and then I'll see it. Then I can follow you and you can DM me that way. But that's for the people that I'm pulling your channel up, just because sometimes I might say something or glaze over something that might need some clarity. And I want to make sure that, anybody that I pull up is getting the most value out of what it is that we're doing today. So next up on our list here, and let's see here. So next up for the channel we're going to look at next, the hashtag is going to be TubeSpanner scripts. And if this is your first time here for these streams, what we're doing is we are looking at channels and we are figuring out ways that they can monetize. If they are already monetizing, then we're going to go through optimization stuff and things like that, kind of like we just did with Dan. And in order to get your channel pulled up, it's completely free. You just got to put in TubeSpanner scripts in this case, or whatever word it is that we put up next. And the reason I'm using this is because TubeSpanner is the sponsor of today's live stream. And you can find out more information about TubeSpanner down in the description. It's a productivity tool for YouTubers. So it's extremely helpful in a bunch of different ways. So make sure that you check it out down in the description. So they'll sponsor again to make these possible. And hey, really quick, I saw the super chat come in as well, and I'm going to do yours also. So let's see here, mine_craft. And what we're doing again is we're doing monetization reviews. So because of that, mine_craft. Yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm just trying to get this one queued up here really quick so that I can do it next. Go to channel, bam, there we go. So these are not just regular reviews. These are monetization specific. All right.
Let's get this thing spinning.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. And we got also Mike. Also, Mike. All right. That'd be a really hard channel to recommend. Like, hey man, I saw this awesome channel. It's got like this, that, and the other thing on it. You got to check it out. What is it? It's Mike Awesome. Also Mike. That might be a display issue though. I don't know if that's the real name, but I'm looking for this here in the chat. Got it. Okay. So go to channel. Here we go. Let me just do a quick safety check here. All right. Okay. So let's see what Mike is doing. So a couple of little side tips that you're going to get here during this stream is it's really important to make sure that it's clear what it is that you're doing on your YouTube channel. So because of that, if I'm pulling up a channel, the first thing I need to do if I'm going to, brainstorm with you on how to make money from the channel is I need to look and see what they're doing, right? So I can think, okay, who is it that might be watching these videos? And then, how could they monetize from there? So join us on Frisky Bike Adventures with Calvin the Pug. We tackle beaches, mountains. So so it's not really clear what it is that you're doing. I guess maybe you're doing mountain bikes. Bike adventures, I guess. Yeah, so Free Sky, I guess, is the name of the bike. Okay, got it. So you're doing mountain bikes and pugs. Let's see the content that you're putting out here so I can get some context. Okay, mountain bike stuff. Cool. So the first thing I'm going to check here is just see if you have, okay, this is another one right here, just as a heads up. Make sure that anything like this, that you add it to your channel links, because you don't want people, like if you go and you visit your site or your channel page right now on your phone, one of the things that you're going to see is you're going to see, right next to your channel profile picture, you're going to see that little blurb. And when you click on it, if you don't have the option for people to click, then they're going to have to copy and paste. And if you try to do that on a phone, it's a nightmare. So because of that, you want to make sure that any links that you are adding into your About Me page, you want to make sure that you're adding them as channel links. We get, I believe it's 12 channel links that you can add. So because of that, you have the option there to where you can add your other YouTube channel, or I guess it's the same channel, so you don't even need that. And then you add this particular link right here. Okay. And then you also get a little text blurb where you can, have that information about what it is that they're going to get there. So make sure you do that, because again, part of selling stuff on the internet is making it easy for people to buy stuff. Okay. So when you do those little tweaks like that, then it can just make it easier for people to see that it's there and to notice that it's a link, and then also click on that link to go and do whatever it is that you're doing. Let's see here. So in your case, I know that you're prioritizing this probably because it's sponsored, or just because you're trying to make money from it, which is, normally the best approach. However, you do want to make sure that you do have the description up there towards the top. That's just a best practice thing. And then right underneath that description, that's where you put this stuff. And keep in mind, in terms of, what's visible here, you don't have a lot of text. So if you put this text on here and then you put one of these links, you should still be able to have it visible here as people are, going down into your video description really quickly. So you're doing both of those. Let's see what your store is. Okay, so it's merch. So this is another one of those things where right here you just have merch, and then here you just have a link, okay? So one of the things that I just mentioned was how important it is to make sure that when you land on a channel, I didn't just mention this, I mentioned it a few minutes ago, but when you land on a channel, to have clarity, to have context, what is this channel doing? Links are the same exact way. So you want to build information around your links so that people have context before they see those links. So let's say that I watched your video, and while watching your video, I just kind of scroll down because it's a long video, and I'm like, oh, hey, let's see what he's got, going on down here, because something in the description grabs my attention. I come down and I just see these links. I have zero context to what these are about. I don't know what it is that's behind these links. So because of that, if I'm just a regular consumer on YouTube, probably not going to click them because there's no context, which makes them important to me. So because of that, make sure that you do have, visit my merch store here, or, get Free Sky merch, or get Mike Bikes and Pugs merch here. Click here to get a Free Sky, or for more information about a freecycle.com or a free cycle mountain bike, right? And when you are putting the language around there, I'm sure you heard me correct myself just now. When you're putting language around your links, it's also important to think about, okay, if I'm sending people here and they are looking for information, or maybe even to make a purchase on this product. If I am doing this as an affiliate, that means that if somebody clicks on this referral link right here, where you have referral right there /Justin, if somebody clicks on this referral link, then I'm going to get cookied in to that website, meaning that if somebody makes a purchase within a certain amount of time based on the life span of that cookie, then I'm going to get a commission for it. So because of that, you want people clicking on that link and going to the site. So you can say, buy a bike here. And then some people are going to be like, I'm not really, committed yet. But if you're like, find out more information about this bike here, then it's like, oh, okay, well, let me find out more about that bike and then let the website do the selling from there, right? So we got two buddy in the house. What is going on, man? Hope that you are doing fantastic. Stanley says, so who is also taking notes? Love it. So make sure that you're doing those things. Another thing that you're missing here is you're missing an opportunity for additional sales. So one thing that you should do, and everybody here should do it, if you can think of what you can offer for your content. But if you are doing all kinds of different bikes or playback pause because your account is being used in another location. Okay, that's fine. But if you are doing, all kinds of electric bike related things, then in that particular case, you can put together a block list down in your description, or just a list down in your description that is your favorite mountain biking products, or the must-have mountain biking products, or must-have mountain biking accessories, things like that. And you can just pick, like, let's say 4 or 5 of the mountain bike accessories that you legitimately think that people should have, if they have a mountain bike. Put those down in your video descriptions, and you can just keep those in your video descriptions. And then that way, and you can sign up for Amazon, by the way, for the links to this. So you sign up for Amazon's affiliate program, and then you go and you find like 5 different products that are a perfect fit for your audience and the people that are interacting with your content. And you can say, my favorite mountain biking accessories, or the mountain bike accessories that I can't live without, or that I recommend, or however you want to phrase it. And then you put this bag under the seat, this thing right here to, check your distance, or whatever it is. And you put the word, just like we talked about a second ago, above the link, letting people know what it is. And then you put the link underneath that. So then that way, what you do is with every video that you upload, in addition to the primary thing that you're bringing attention to, which is the free cycle bike right here, you are also bringing secondary attention to the people while they're in your video description to the other list of products that you have down there. Now, the really cool thing about this is the way that Amazon works. And you can do this with other programs too. So like, for example, if you're targeting like content creators or filmmakers or something, you can also use like B&H Photo and, places like that. But, every industry has their own, things. But with Amazon, the cool thing with them is if you sign up for Amazon's program, and if you get accepted into it, or once you get accepted into it, if somebody clicks on one of those links that you have to where you're recommending this, mountain bike seat, or this mountain bike, grips, or a thing to track your distance, or whatever, if somebody clicks on one of those links, if they buy that product or not, if they purchase anything on Amazon within the next 24 hours, you get a commission for that. So it's just a way to just, nudge up that bottom line for anybody that sees that stuff and they're like, oh yeah, let me see what this is. And then they click on it and they go to Amazon. Well, they might buy that product. Or if they don't buy that product, you're cookied in. And then for the next 24 hours, if they make a sale, or if they buy something, then you make a sale and you get a commission for that sale. So because of that, make sure that you do not sleep on affiliate links, because they can definitely add up, especially as your content library grows, because these links exist in your video description indefinitely. So because of that, it makes it really easy to have, links like, oh, I'm getting more and more clicks as I publish more and more videos, right? And as a quick side tip for everybody here, another thing as well is when it comes to bringing attention to your video descriptions, because video descriptions are the avenue to get people to, purchase things from your channel, or to spread awareness about things from your channel. So because of that, you want to make sure that you are, if you have things down there, that you are spreading awareness about those things. So you can do that by verbally telling people. You can also make graphics, things like this, that says, look in the description for helpful resources, or, however you want to phrase it. You can make these on Canva. You can make them in TubeSpanner. They have a graphics tool inside of there. You can make them in Photoshop, but anything to where you either verbally say it to let people know you have stuff down there, or you can add a graphic to let people know that it's there also. So I'm going to move on from this one because I think we've been on this channel for a while, just to give more people time to hop in here. So hopefully that was helpful. And for you, also Mike, e-bikes and bugs. If you have any questions about any of that, make sure that you just shoot me a DM on Twitter, and then I can answer any questions that you have there. And the next one that we have here in this channel, let's see here. Okay. And this one was a super chat, so I'm going to do this one here really quick, and then we will get into back into the spinning versions here. So here, let's see here, they're on Minecraft content. So since you're a gamer, hold on, let me just check this real quick. Make sure you're not doing that thing that we've ran into twice. Really quick, fill out your About Me section more. Give it more context, right? Because this right here and the keywords and things like that that you add to your About Me page, this is the kind of stuff that helps you show up when people are searching for channels on a topic. But when it comes to your videos, let's click into here. So as a Minecraft gamer, we'll just say gamer in general. First off, you don't need to put all of these hashtags in here because they all go to the same place. Just a really quick thing. These are also not tags. These are hashtags. So hashtags are made to go into your video description as a whole. Tags are made to go into the tag box. This is unrelated to monetization, but it's important to know because you're actually kind of violating something right here. What you are doing is tag stuffing, which is a violation of the YouTube community guidelines. So when you add blocks of tags like this into your video description and you're literally naming them as tags, that actually falls under misleading metadata, and you can run into community guidelines issues with that and actually get a ding on your channel. So I would get that fixed as soon as you possibly can, so that you can make sure that you are compliant with YouTube there. But what you can do is here you've got a place where they can download this game. I'm guessing that's like sponsored in some way, so that's fine. But the next thing that you should also be thinking about in your case is get some merch in here, because, as a gamer, people do get gaming merch, build it around your channel, or just little fun things. You can't, based on copyright law, you're not allowed to use, Minecraft specific imagery that they own. However, if there's any like catchphrases or anything like that you do with your channel, any like insider jokes around Minecraft that are not necessarily, intellectual property of, the developers of Minecraft, then in that case, you can build merch around those. You can also build merch around, your channel in general. So I would definitely get some merch down here. In order to do that, for those of you that are not familiar, you can use a service like Spreadshop. You go there, it's free to sign up. It's free to have the store. Even if you don't have the merch shelf underneath your videos, what you can do is you can add the link down here in your video description to still spread, awareness about that. And then when it comes to the designs, you can make those designs in any graphic software, and then you upload them and everything is free. And as soon as somebody makes a purchase of one of your pieces of merch, then you get a commission. So it's just one more way that you can monetize. And then I would also, I'm not sure if you're doing this on a PC or if you're doing this on like a PlayStation or whatever. I think that Minecraft is only available on PC. I'm not sure, but or on a computer. But regardless, if it's on a computer or whatever console or whatever, get together the same thing that I was talking about on the mountain bike channel. This is my link list of recommendations. It can be headphones that you use to game. It can be controllers that you use to game. It can be like stream decks. It can be anything that you use. If you have any fancy mouse or anything like that you want to bring attention to, anything that you can use there, do that same list down in your description as well, so that you can make sure that you have that down there to give people the option to head over to a site. Now, if you are somebody that is having trouble getting into the Amazon partner program or the Amazon Associates program, Walmart has these options. It's not as good as Amazon's in terms of, if you go there, then you're cookied in, and if they buy anything, you get a commission. But if they buy that product, you still get a commission. But you can do it on Amazon. You can do it, in other places. The quick way to find affiliate programs for your niche is to just go to Google and type in affiliate programs for, and then fill in the blank with your niche. Affiliate programs for gaming channels, affiliate program for educational channels, affiliate programs for, DIY channels, affiliate programs for crafting channels, whatever the thing is. When you do that, that gives you the opportunity to also make additional money from your videos. Let's see here. So I'm going to take that one down. Let's close Dan's down here. We're going to pull up another one. So the next word that you got to put in the stream, and if you're just joining us, we are looking at YouTube channels and talking about different ways that they can make money. It's basically just a brainstorm session here to look at everybody. And really quick, I'm just going to answer a question here really quick. Says Creeper Nick says, would affiliate links be worth looking into if my channel has nothing to do with really any type of products? So Amazon does have a book section. So you can link to books there if you do have, I think, let's see here really quick. I'm just going to pull up your channel. Let's see here. I'm not going to pull it up on screen. I'm just going to see what it is that you do here. Yeah, so it looks like you're doing like scary, stuff. Yeah, so linking to like scary books and, things like that is definitely something that you could also do there, because really with your type of content, yeah, you don't really have, it's not suited for that, but you could absolutely link to like books and audiobooks. I think Audible also, which is part of Amazon, I think they also have a affiliate program as well. Okay, so the word here, the next word that we're going to do is we're going to do, let's see here. Since the notepad is a part of TubeSpanner's tool set, we are going to have TubeSpanner Notes as the word. If you put TubeSpanner Notes into the chat right now, then you are putting your hat in the ring, so to speak, for for having me pull up your channel and just kind of brainstorm on different things that you might be able to do to make more money from the content that you're already publishing. If you're enjoying this.
If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend right now.
Just waiting for a few more of these to come in, and then we're going to pull it. And if you're just joining us, we are looking at YouTube channels, and we are looking at, we're brainstorming on different ways that they can monetize and optimize for monetization. Okay, so here we go. We're at 46, 48, 2 more, and then I'm going to hit it. Here we go. 1 more, and I'm going to hit it.
Let's get this thing spinning.
Here we go. Trying to time this like drum roll. Trying to time it to see if I can. Missed it. Okay, Gotta Hustle TV is the next channel here. So let me look for this in the chat. Let's just do this the old-fashioned way. Let me hit Control F. Oops, I'm not on the Mac. Let's do Hustle. Okay, Gotta Hustle TV, pulling you up now. Okay, so first off, unrelated to monetization, I really recommend that you do start making custom thumbnails. Like these types of things can work. Don't get me wrong, they can work. But I would definitely give yourself the best possible chance by at least experimenting with using custom thumbnails to see if you get a better result. So I have a video on my channel talking about the skills that YouTubers need. One of those is learning how to make thumbnails. So it doesn't have to be like super graphically intense or anything like that, but the idea is to give context to your video. Because here, what you got to think about is you have to think about if somebody were to see this video on their homepage, right? Or here, we'll just go to something recent. If somebody were to see this video on their homepage, what about this thumbnail? Not the title, right? Because they read the title after they see the thumbnail. What about the thumbnail is going to grab their attention and help them know that this is about something that they care about? Right now, there's nothing, right? So because of that, I would definitely, work on the thumbnails. But we're going to check here, see if you're linking to anything right now. Okay, you are not. So also, make sure that you do fill out your About Me page more as well. Just, give context to viewers and, help some people are looking for channels like this. I would get a profile picture in there too. Like finish the basic setup process. Like right now you're uploading a lot, which is good, right? You're doing the thing there. but you haven't went through the process of actually finishing the channel setup. I'm not sure if it's still this way or not, but I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, you had to have channel art in here for verification to, basically finish the process of setting up your YouTube channel. So make sure that you do get all of that stuff set up, get your profile picture in there, set up your channel art, do those things because they do matter. And if the channel art thing is still a thing, then you need to do that anyway, just to verify the channel and, basically legitimize yourself. So I would definitely make sure that you do that. So in your case, because you're on reaction videos, yeah, this is going to be one that's going to be, more challenging in terms of, what to do. But really quick, I would also fill in the descriptions more. Keep in mind, since in your case, because you are doing music reaction channels, I'm sure, let's just do this. We'll do it together. Let's go to Google and then we'll type in affiliate programs for music reaction videos. Masterclass, maybe no, because your viewers aren't learning it. They're being entertained by it. Yeah, these are just general affiliate programs. So I'm guessing it's pulling the keyword music there. So yeah, you'd have to dig around a little bit. But I would definitely, let's just take out music and just put reaction. No, this is just for YouTubers. And really quick, just a heads up for everybody here, when it comes to the affiliate side of things, you can see right here, you got tons of different options in terms of, things that you can do here to bring attention. Hey, we got TubeBuddy up here. So your affiliate programs. Yeah. So I can't see anything really quick here for the reaction channels. Trying to think, I don't think Spotify or any of those places have any type of affiliate type of thing. So, okay. So in your case, just so we can add more to it, because right now, the only way that you are currently going to be able to make money on this is through ad revenue. The problem is going to happen when you are doing the reactions to these songs. Technically, you're likely to fall under fair use with how you're doing this. But you might always, at the time of publish, you might have the copyright dispute come up and you're always having to fight it, essentially. So because of that, you might have some issues with the ad revenue on this. So I would definitely be looking into other ways to make money from it. The first one obviously is going to be merch in your case. So since the affiliate thing wouldn't necessarily work out, since the personal products wouldn't necessarily work out, two things that I would recommend in your case. One, and both of these, you're going to need fans for them, right? You're going to need people that are really digging your stuff. You're just getting started now. So you might be thinking okay, that might be a while, and it might. But if you get this stuff into place now, you can one by one, as people start really enjoying what it is that you're doing, you can have people convert into what it is that I'm getting ready to tell you. So the very first one on the list is to make sure that you do have some type of merch attached to the channel. For this, you can use Spreadshop. If you just go to spreadshop.com, I should put these resources down in the description for you guys for next time. But go to spreadshirt.com. Set up your merch store, go find an app or a website like Canva, or if you use Photoshop, or you can use TubeSpanner's graphics tool, but make merch. It can just be text. It's fine. It can be text or it can be graphics, whatever, but upload those to Spreadshop. And then if somebody goes to Spreadshop and they buy a piece of your merch, then you're going to get a commission. The other thing that you can do is crowdfunding. So you can go to websites like Buy Me a Coffee. I'll pull it up right now so you can see. buymeacoffee.com. There's another one that's really popular called Ko-fi.com. Oh, looks like Ko-fi is down. So we won't recommend that anymore. But we got Buy Me a Coffee. So with Buy Me a Coffee here, you can just go here. You can sign up for Buy Me a Coffee, and then you put that down in your video description, and then it's basically like a tip jar. And then if somebody's like, oh, hey, really, enjoyed this, whatever, people can go down there and tip. These types of things, they don't convert super high. However, it's, coffee money. It's, extra money to kind of help pay the thing. So in your particular case, because of, the type of content that you're doing, I would focus on merch right now, and I would focus on the Buy Me a Coffee. And then I would try to ride trends and, oh, hey, thanks for the heads up on Ko-fi. Thanks. There we go. Yeah, and here's Ko-fi, the other one. So you can also use Patreon. That's another, really popular one. But basically, when it comes to when it comes to that, like merch and the crowdfunding stuff, it builds up over time, but it's low converting. So fortunately for Ko-Fi, Buy Me a Coffee, and Patreon, you can set it up to where it's a monthly recurring membership, but you're going to have a super engaged fan base for that to work out, for it to make real money. A few bucks here and there, no problem. But for it to make real money, you need to make sure that you're riding trends, that you're talking about, that you're growing reactions to trending music and things like that, so that as you blow up your channel, then just based on scale of numbers, you end up getting more people converting through for that kind of stuff, right? But with your type of content, it is, more challenging to, to monetize outside of ads and outside of crowdfunding. Okay, so let's pull up another one. And really quick, I saw Gregor Brown. My pleasure. Glad that you are enjoying the content there and helping the stream's monetization to also help my monetization from One Step. Thank you. Yeah, let me pull up your channel here, One Step as well. And Gregor Brown, if you want me to pull yours up too, just let me know. And then we're going to hop back into doing the draw. And actually, while I'm waiting for those to come in, I'm going to just go ahead and do the draw anyway. So let's go back to here. And let's go to, because I just want to make sure that they want me to pull the channel up. So the hashtag here, oops, is going to be Tube Spanner again. Literally Tube Spanner again. So all you got to do here is you just got to type in Tube Spanner again into the chat. And when you type in Tube Spanner again, then basically it's going to collect those here. And then I hit the draw button right here in the middle of the screen. And then when I hit that, it's going to randomly select one of you that put in that particular phrase. And only put this in if you are wanting feedback on ways that you can make money from your channel. So we're going to be doing channel reviews, like legit channel reviews on the Tube Spanner channel. I've got a link to that up at the very top of the screen. I was going to do it after the stream today, but I'm not. Instead, we're going to do it either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So make sure that at the very top of the screen, you have the Tube Spanner YouTube channel. Go over there, subscribe to that channel for when we do channel reviews over there this coming week. Okay, so we got 64, 65. Going to give everybody just a quick chance to get it in there. 66, and just a heads up too, you only need to put it once, and then it just counts. Each person that puts it in one time. So even if you put it in 10 times, it's still just gonna put it up there once. Okay, here we go. Oop.
Let's get this thing spinning.
Timing was off, but hey, what are we gonna do? All right, home spotlight. This one sounds like it's going to be good here. Okay. Let's see if we go to YouTube and let's just put in home spotlight, see what comes up. Home spotlight, boom. Here we go. We got 1,000 subscribers. Are you looking for ways to decorate and bring out your own creativity in decorating? Okay. Hey, just as a really quick heads up here. Let me make this bigger so everybody can see it. So on this thing right here, on this little blurb that you get from your About Me page, make this a little bit more succinct and make it more of a statement, right? Instead of like, are you looking for ways to decorate, blah, 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 just be like, home spotlight shares, blah, 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 right? And just make it crystal clear, really easy to understand. So when somebody lands on your channel page, they know exactly what it is that you do, because currently you're not using this area for that. Right? You're not sharing any information up here. You just have the picture. So because of that, make sure it's crystal clear here in terms of exactly what it is that you offer. Because as content creators, we often assume that people know what it is that we're doing. But let's say I've never watched any of your other videos before. YouTube recommends this one to me. I click on it, I watch it. I'm like, wow, this is great. Let's actually just go through that process so I can show you what I mean. I click on this video. I'm like, hey, this is fantastic. Then I click on your channel name so I can see more. Another quick heads up. But anyway, we're just really quick. When I land on your channel page, I have no context really into what it is that you're doing. I can see here that it's some type of decorating. So because of that, just make that statement really clear and make sure it fits into this quick blurb. In addition to that, you can see your For You section really quick as a heads up. Everybody here has this now on your YouTube channels unless you turn it off. So because of that, make sure that the content that is on your YouTube channel is relevant to the audience that you are currently trying to reach. And the reason this is important is because here, this channel is about decorating, but when I land on the channel page, YouTube is recommending me sunset TV art with with reggae music, but the channel is about decorating. So this needs to be unlisted, in my opinion. Do what you like, but if this is my channel, I would unlist this and I would unlist this because they're not relevant to the audience that I'm trying to reach, right? If I'm trying to reach people interested in decorating content, I want to make sure that YouTube shows them my decorating content because that's what I'm building the channel on. Okay, so make sure that you do that. Next, I'm going to click on this really quick, see if you have any links going anywhere. You do not. That's fantastic. You have all that filled out. That's good. Let's check on a recent video. Hold on really quick. So I'm not sure here. Hold on. Oh, you don't have captions on your video. So make sure you turn your captions on. That's an accessibility thing also. If this whole thing is telling people to subscribe and all that, don't do that. Make sure that you get people into the content of the video when they come into it. So of course, give your hook and, all of that, but get people into the content of the video. If you look in your audience retention, you probably have a heavy drop off there, as people are coming into your videos. So just make sure that you are mindful of that. But in your case, if you're talking about decorating, let's see here. Longer spring edition of Spotlight, a really beautiful home farmhouse. Okay, so this is linking to her Instagram, and this is subscribing to your YouTube channel. Okay. So when it comes to the opportunities that you're missing here, the very first one is, of course, going to be affiliate links. So if people are watching your videos and they're interested in decorating, you can absolutely put together customized affiliate links for every type and style of home that you do. So here you have like vintage antique homes or farmhouses. And what you could do is you could put together our must-have, farmhouse, decoration accessories and put those links down in your video description. You can sign up for the Amazon affiliate program for this or the Amazon Associates program. You can sign up to be a Walmart affiliate. You can sign up to be a Home Depot affiliate. You can sign up to be a Lowe's affiliate. Amazon is kind of like a centralized way to get people to click on those links and then they can buy anything and you get a commission. But if you are bringing attention to very specific products because you are customizing those links for every video that you make, then in that particular case, if people are interested in those things, maybe even things featured in the video to where it's like, hey, these are all the products that were mentioned in this video or that were featured in this video or that you see in the background. This sofa, this table, this bird's nest, let's see what else we got. Basically anything that you can bring attention to that is in the video. I would do that through the affiliate links down in the video description. I would definitely make sure that you're doing that. In your case, I would do affiliate marketing. I would also do the crowdfunding. And another thing, I'm not entirely sure if you're just showcasing, because it's home spotlight. So I'm guessing that you are just showing like, hey, this is a really cool house, check it out. So because of that, it does make, like any type of personal products, it does make that, a little bit more challenging. But if you did have any type of like decorating spot, like a checklist of decorating, right? Like, or maybe if you're into decorating, maybe you could make decoration guides. And I know this sounds like a lot of work, but it's personal products that you can sell. You make them one time and you can sell it forever as long as you have your YouTube channel. But basically you make like a ebook essentially is what it is. It's a PDF. You can go into Google Docs, you make the doc there, and then you export it out as a PDF in Google Docs. Google Docs is free. Exporting it as a PDF is free. And then you can upload it to a service like SendOwl or Shopify or something like that. And you can make it to where people can go. You can create your own store, and you can make it where people can go and they can download your own personal style guides for decorating their houses. And you can charge $20 for them or $10 for them or whatever you think it's worth based on how much information you put in there. But that would be a personal product that you could make. And again, you make it once, and then the entire lifespan of your YouTube channel, you can just continue to bring attention to your store that has design guides for all of these different types of homes. So that it becomes like, hey, if you're just getting a new house or you're just wanting to transition the decorating or design of your house, then in that particular case, make sure you check out my store where I've got guides for all these different types of, all these different types of decorating styles. So again, it's work, but the reward side of that, is that you have your own personal products to sell where you control it all. You get 100% of the sale for every sale that's made. So I would definitely consider that. I would consider affiliate marketing as well. And then of course I would do like a buy me a coffee or a Ko-Fi tip jar there to where if people come in, they enjoy the content, that you do have those down there that are available for people to do as well. And as a quick title tip, so what you're doing right now, as a heads up, I mean, you're getting people to click on your stuff. Like people are, they're responding to it. But in terms of YouTube itself, make sure that you are writing a title for your videos. Right now, it looks like you're just keyword stuffing the title with like just different keyword phrases. That's not what you want to do. That's not a title on YouTube. What you want to do is you want to write out the title in natural language and make it compelling. You can include multiple keywords, multiple keyword phrases, but you want to write it out in a way to where you're presenting it in natural language. Because what you're doing right here is you're just stuffing your title, which is something that you're not supposed to do on YouTube. It's also like, if you can see like with all caps, right? You have all these capital letters in here. You've got these like bars in here. It's also like a readability nightmare. So I would definitely, start or stop using all caps as well. YouTube actually, they put out a video, I think it was a year or two ago, where they mentioned that from their data that all caps titles, they get lower click through than titles that are written normally. So keep that in mind too when it comes to your titles. But hopefully that was helpful. And let's see here. So I'm going to check really quick. Neil, thanks for the super chat, dude. Appreciate it. Oops.
Super chat.
There we go. Apparently in Islands, camper, we've been doing up 13 and a full of snow. Woo! Oh, you're on a Starlink. That's cool. Really cool. So let's see here. So did George, we're just going to pull him up. Let's just do it this way. Gregor Brown. Sorry about that. Not George. I'm going to pull up a couple of these channels really quick. And then youtube.com. We got one step on here too. Okay, so I got both of these ready to go. So how this works, for those of you that are just joining it, hey, my pleasure. I'm glad that you found that helpful. So for those of you that are just joining us, what we're doing is we're looking at YouTube channels and we're brainstorming on different ways that they can make money from the content that they're already publishing. Some of it is about just optimization, bringing attention to the things that you're already doing. Some of it is about like, hey, these are opportunities that you're missing to make money. So because of that, how this works is thanks to our sponsor TubeSpanner, which I have links to down in the description of this stream right now. It is a YouTube productivity tool. What we're doing is we're pulling up these channels and we are brainstorming on different ways that they can make money. And this is free for you. All you have to do is when I pull up the hashtag on the screen, all you have to do is put in that word into the chat, and then I'm using StreamYard's giveaway tool that randomly will pull out somebody out of the chat that put that word in there. So I have two channels that I'm looking at here, and then we are going back into the spinner tool as well. Circle H Scuba, really, man. Thomas Frank is like owning that game. So I think you are in good hands there, watching his content for recommendations on what to do there for the Notion stuff, because he's made just mountains of money on the Notion stuff. Okay, so first up here, hey, thanks, Neil. Always got to be doing new stuff. You know what I mean? Because everybody's doing channel reviews now. So because of that, gotta offer something different. Let's see here. So the first one is food and travel. So here, travel content, this is great. What you can do here, if you're not already, let me actually just check. Oh, you're in Thailand. Dude, if you come to Chiang Mai, man, hit me up. I'm up in Chiang Mai. So the very first thing that you need to make sure that you're doing, okay, yeah, you're already doing it. Okay, great. So you got a newsletter where you're capturing their email. You've got your membership. You've got an e-guide that you're putting out. Let me check this out. You might already be doing all the things. Hold on really quick. Yep. So you've got your ebooks that you sell right here, which is great. And you've got, gear for travel. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, you've got everything covered. You're good. So the only additional thing that I would add to this, if you wanted to, like you don't have to, because what you're doing here is you are doing all of the things that are mostly passive, right? So you don't even have to do what I'm getting ready to recommend. But one thing that some travel channels do is they do offer consulting, to where it's like, hey, if you are going here, you have questions about it, you want to, just be up to speed on anything that's going on in that area, then you can schedule a call with me for $100 or $200 or whatever it's worth to you. And then that way that can be another thing to where just as they come in, it can also add to the bottom line as well. But you're doing all the stuff, you're doing it correctly. Here, gear I use for travel. When I first saw this, I thought that you were going to be doing the thing where you're like, hey, what I use to make videos, because that's what a lot of content creators default to. But you're doing it the right way, which is I'm going to make sure that the things that I'm linking to are relevant to the people that are watching my videos. So take note, everybody, for what he's doing here, because this is the right way to do this. And then he's also selling the travels the recommendation too. So yeah, all the way around, nailing it, knocking that out of the park in terms of that. However, one thing that I would do, that's just a minor optimization tweak, because you have here to where you're selling the guide, smart, it's prioritized at the top. Here you have this about the super thanks and and hitting the share button and all of that, and you have the channel membership. Instead of those things as the next in line, if this was my channel, I think the thing that you should do is put this next. And then that way you are prioritizing the things to where you can have the direct sale based on the content that they're watching. And then here they can sign up to your newsletter for the travel tips and tricks so that you can be there front and center for them, or not front and center, so that they can be in your contacts essentially. So I would move your newsletter up here underneath your Koh Samui guide, and then have, if you want to support me, blah, blah, blah. And then underneath that, have your gears, the gear that you use for travel. And then from there, you can do whatever you want. But basically prioritizing those things that generate income, I would move those up above the things that do not generate income. But yeah, love seeing that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the next one that we're pulling up here is One Step. So with, you know what? There was one more thing that I wanted to check here. And I'm sure you're already doing it. Subscribe page. Let's see what this is. I love that you're also isolating it to one link. That's smart. Okay, good. Yep, sending people on your email list. Okay, perfect. Going for tree. Okay, so Dan, the French real estate, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but this is what I mean with the email list. So basically when you get as soon as they land on the page, as soon as I landed on this, you can see right here how it tells me the benefit that I get out of signing up for his email list, right? So that's the message that I was trying to convey when I was looking at your opt-in page too. But yeah, you're nailing it there, Gregor. But yeah, man, if you come up to Chiang Mai, hit me up. Like send me a DM on Twitter if you want to like grab coffee or something. So let's see here. One step. Take it one step at a time. So here, beacons. Let's see what it is that you're doing. Okay. Should be using TubeSpanner for this, by the way. TubeSpanner has a link in bio tool also. Look how much better it looks. Hold on. nickniman.com. It's like redirecting through my site. Yeah, nice and tight, right? Customize your background in there, right? You can also set it to where it'll automatically show like your latest video, that kind of stuff. But yeah, you should be using TubeSpanner's bio tool. But anyway, the videos, let's look and see what it is that you're doing here. Okay, so you're doing Street Fighters. So this is all Street Fighter content. So here, definitely on the affiliate side, linking to like games, not games, but linking to like your favorite gear for that. Oh, hey, thanks for using Creator Mix Music too, by the way. Super appreciate that. Glad that you're enjoying that. Let's see. Okay, you got merch. That's good. Mark that one off the list. New controller grips. You got that too. Good. Okay, so yeah, so you're doing the things here. So one thing that I would do is, you know, you got 32,000 subscribers on your channel. There's a really good chance, like extremely high chance, that if you submit an application to Amazon's Associates program, that you're going to get in. Because of that, I would also have a just recommended gaming gear list. Headphones, any mouse that you use, any controllers that you have. If you have any type of, you know, stream decks or anything else, like anything, your gaming chair, if you have anything cool that you use, just putting that little list together of other things so that you can have the direct sales from the Get New Controller Grips at the great price, have that, and then also have that link so you can also get the Amazon commissions if they end up, you know, buying something else within 24 hours. So yeah, so you're doing all the stuff here as well. So you're good there on what it is that you are doing. But one thing is here you've even got join channel. Yeah, you're good there. So yeah, I think you're fine. But the only thing that I would do is I would move these hashtags all the way down to the bottom of your video description, because these could be a distraction, right? So the whole thing is like when somebody goes down to your video description, and everybody should do this, go on your phone, go to your YouTube channel, which I'm going to go to one step right here, right now. One step. You hit your YouTube channel, grab one of your videos, which in this case is going to be that particular one. And then when you go down to the video description, you can see how you just got to get, you got to scroll for stuff, right? It's a limited amount of screen space, right? So as you're scrolling here, you have this limited amount of screen space. So if you're on a computer, right, everybody's stuff is like on a computer, it's not as important or doesn't seem as important because you have all of that screen real estate. But on a mobile device right now, the merch here is getting prioritized, which is fine. But then as we scroll down, the next thing we have is this list here. Now, the prominent thing that you can see here is you can see the hashtags. So if somebody's on a mobile device, they might get distracted by these hashtags, and that could end up costing you a sale. So because of that, you want to prioritize things based on what's the most important to you. So if you have down in your video description, if you have it to where it's like, yeah, my merch is the most important, then send them there. If it's like, hey, I want to get them into this affiliate thing, then, then send them to that. If it's, I want them to join my channel membership, then send them into that. But the idea is to make sure that you are prioritizing your links based on importance, right? Because as people are reading down on a mobile device, which is where a majority of traffic is coming from on YouTube, it's actually mixing up pretty well now, but still heavy, mobile viewership. So because of that, you just want to make sure that you are prioritizing the links that matter the most to you. All right, let's do another one. So no people, no problems. Thanks for the super chat.
Super chat.
It says, I recently lost my niche and I lost all my PWH and money. I'm not sure what PWH is off the top of my head. Let's see here. So TubeBuddy says, can't be quiet about it. Had a chance to hang out with TubeSpanner at Vid Summit. Excellent people and a valuable member of this community. Absolutely. Yeah, Danielle's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's see here. So next up, let's do... let's see here. So this one is going to be Tube Spanner Bio, right? Because that's the tool that I just pulled up and showed here a second ago. So we are going to pull that up on screen. And how this works, if you are just joining us, is when you put this word, just put it all together. It doesn't have to have like, right capitalization and all that stuff. But if you just type this into the chat right now, then it's going to put you into this. It's going to just log it. And then this tool that I'm using from StreamYard is going to randomly pick somebody that puts this into the chat. So if you want, somebody to brainstorm, somebody with a lot of experience, 9 years of experience on YouTube alone, then if you want somebody to look at your stuff and give you some feedback on ways that you might be able to monetize, your content in a better way, then make sure you put that word in the chat. You only have to put it once. And then I'm going to hit the draw button, and then it's going to, it's going to pull up somebody randomly here.
Let's get this thing spinning.
Here we go. Is the time right? Yeah, so it was pretty close. Not exactly right, but not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna do Mr. Conqueror. Let me go ahead and just put it up here, see if it comes up. Boom. And we're in. All right, let's see what they got. Do a quick check here for family friendliness and all that good stuff. Okay, we are good. So dive into the time-lapse gameplays and strategy for an amazing gaming experience. Okay. Polish World, country ball game. Okay, so this is also a gaming channel. So yeah, so in your case, same exact thing. So first off, just a heads up, this isn't clickable here. If you're going to do this with the subscribe link, you want to make sure that you add it to your channel links so that it's actually clickable. So somebody sees it on a phone, they see it on a computer, it's actually clickable when you do that. Let's go to your videos tab. Italy. Okay, so this is all gaming content. So yeah, so as a gamer, I'm just going to see what it is that you are currently doing. So first off, link to the game somewhere. If you can, link directly to the game. If they do have any type of affiliate program, link to that. Make sure that you are, like these where you have recorder and editor. These are unnecessary. You don't even need to link to these. If Shotcut has a affiliate program, I would sign up to that and then maybe link to it. But right now, these are just links that are bleeding viewers out for no reason at all. So I wouldn't even have those in there. They're not like they're not important. Next, one of the things that you can do here is you can go to buymeacoffee.com or co-fi.com and you can set up crowdfunding options to where it's kind of like a tip jar. Where people can come in that way. Keep in mind, on 14 views, you're not going to convert, or you're not going to get much. So I would focus on getting the views up and things like that. But as you do that, I would add crowdfunding to this. I would put together, if you're doing this on a PC, on a computer, then I would put together a list of maybe like computer specs or something like that. Put computer parts down there based on your machine. Put your list of items down there, like gaming controllers and headphones and, those sorts of things that we mentioned earlier, so that you do have those options to where people can go and they can purchase those things. You can do that by signing up to Amazon's affiliate program, which currently you would probably have some difficulty getting into based on the current activity on the channel. But you can sign up for like Amazon's and maybe even some like gaming companies, sign up for theirs to send people over that way. I would also get merch down in your description as well. You can go to spreadshop.com and you can get set up over there for free. So I would do those things right now for your channel as the gaming channel. Okay, next. Okay, next up, we are going to, and you guys can just type this in with me here. We're just going to do Tube Spanner 1. Kind of like Air Force 1, but Tube Spanner instead. But I guess I should have spelled it out. I don't know, is Air Force 1, is that the number 1, or is that is that actually spelled out? Yeah, I'm not sure. Hey, so really quick, while I'm waiting for those to come in, Build with Mooney, what's going on? Hope you're doing great. Kojo Corner, welcome to the stream. Matt JF, hope that you're doing great. DMVMTB, nice to see you in here. Backstrap Man, what's going on? Hope you're doing great. Travel Droner, nice. definitely make sure that your travel drone, or if you're doing travel drone stuff, make sure that you're linking as an affiliate to the drone that you use. Make sure that you are putting together guides on like places that you fly. If you're like traveling around and going to like tourist places, things like that, make sure that you're, you know, putting that kind of information together, and you can put together like a nationwide guide on like, you know, or state by state guide on like places to fly. And you can sell those. Kind of like the travel channels do itineraries. You can kind of do that for drones. Like, where do you go to get really good shots? Let's see here. So we got 65, so we'll go ahead and
Let's get this thing spinning.
woo woo. Here we go. Need to add some reverb to that, dude. And here we go. So we've got Nelly Nugs. So let's see what you got, Nelly. So we're going to copy this, and let me do a quick family-friendly check here. And the reason I do these family-friendly checks, by the way, is because, you know, I try to keep the channel, you know, family-friendly, brand-friendly, all that good stuff. Because some people, you know, they watch these streams in the background with kids and, you know, stuff like that. So I got to make sure that, you know, that it's all good. So Studio Nova's like, almost had it. Yep, so close, so close. All right, so helping struggling traders become better versions of themselves. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see, let's go to your videos tab. Oh, you are just getting started. Let's see here. Yeah, you got 3 videos, so you are literally just getting going here on this. Okay, so let's see what you got. So here we go. The very first thing we've got here is this link tree up here. I wouldn't even worry about putting that in your channel art because nobody's going to type that in. Just leave it linked right here where you currently have it. You should be using TubeSpanner's bio tool, by the way. Just, you know, it's better. But let's see here. So let's go into your video content really quick. Just as a quick side thing. You have the For You where YouTube's recommending content, but you also need to get a recent uploads playlist up here so people can find your most recent content since you're, you know, getting started back on the thing again. Also, keep in mind with using caps in all your titles. That is also something that YouTube put out information about. It was like a year or 2 ago. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, where they mentioned that titles that have all caps, they don't get clicked on as much. So, so I would definitely, you know, just be mindful about that. And here you have TP Hit Baby, Error analysis for today, error analysis for the week. Just make this one easy to read sentence or easy to read, you know, phrase. Make it an actual title, right? Because here you're just like putting a bunch of stuff in there. Just make it an actual title. And then when it comes to like TP Hit Baby and like little personal, like nuanced things you want to add, make sure you add those things to the end of the title. So basically it would be, you know, the actual content of the video itself, you know, the actual title. And then you would have either a hyphen or a bar. And then you would say, you know, TP Hit Baby exclamation point there. So if you are doing trading, there's all kinds of stuff that you can link to as an affiliate there. I know some of it is shady, some of it is not, but right out of the gate, if you're doing trading stuff, I would be linking to those things. And the reason for that is because, you know, as you get, you know, start getting a better response from your content, as you know, learn all the best practices, because right now, you know, because you are getting started and things have changed drastically since you have uploaded in the past. So little details like, you know, making sure that you are being mindful about your titles, like I mentioned. You can see right here, when I'm starting your video, it has the name of your channel on it. And it has like whatever's happening here. And we're already 4 seconds. Hold on, we kind of froze up there. 5 seconds into your video, 6 seconds into your video. Like no content has started yet, right? So if we hover over it, it looks like around the 8-second mark is when like stuff starts happening. But even here, it's all like none of this matters to a viewer. So if you want to get more views on your video, let's talk about that first, because where you're at right now, this is more important. Instead of starting your videos with all that stuff and waiting 10 seconds for people to get into the content, the way that YouTube works now, like people want, you know, they want information and they want content. So as soon as they click on your video, they should get something from you. Maybe it's you're showing this chart on the screen, but your voice is saying, today, this happened, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting ready to show you this, that, and the other thing, like whatever it is that you're going to show. But you basically want to tell people what it is that they're going to get out of the video. Lose all that intro stuff and all that. It doesn't matter. That's like old school YouTube. You don't want to do that anymore. These days, you want to get people into the content that they're clicking. If not, you're going to see in your audience retention reports, everybody's going to leave as soon as they come into that video because people aren't going to wait, 10 seconds to get to the content. So because of that, make sure that you do get rid of all of that stuff at the beginning. But I would definitely, look for affiliate programs for anything related to trading. And then I would get those down there for the ones that are legitimate, for the ones that are trustworthy, for the ones that have good reputations, because you want to make sure that you're only sending people to those because YouTube has very strict rules on that sort of thing. And if you send people to something and they do not have a good experience there, they're not going to take your recommendations anymore. So because of that, you want to make sure that you're only sending them to things that, that you legitimately know are good things, right? So I would definitely get that down there because that's going to be an additional way that you can monetize. In your case, because you are adding serious value here. Like if people are coming in, if they do start taking your trading advice and all of that, people are going to be thankful of that. So because of that, I would definitely have some type of tip jar or something like that in here as well. And in your case specifically, if you are really good at trading and that's like your jam, then you also have the opportunity where you can create like courses and things like that around trading, just teaching people like, hey, if you're getting into trading, these are the things to look for. These are the things to keep in mind. These are the things to avoid, and creating like a crash course on getting started with trading. And then you can offer that for, $100, $200, whatever. And then as people buy that, then, they go in, they learn that material. Then you can have an additional things there where you have to where they can join communities and stuff like that around it, where you can actually offer support, all kinds of different things that you can do there. If you are going to start walking down that path, I recommend Uscreen for it. It's Uscreen.tv, I think is the URL. But they have that whole thing where you can do the whole thing. You can live stream into it and all that. But I would definitely do that sort of thing with what it is that you're doing. But first, because YouTube has changed so much since you uploaded, last time, I would definitely watch a bunch of my videos on just the best practice stuff, because just how you're writing your titles right now and starting your videos and things like that, you need to be brought up to speed on best practices. So I would definitely make sure that you are hitting, some of that beginner content just to get up to speed with how things are working now, because it's a totally different game than what it used to be. 30-second sound.
Super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Let's see here. So next up, we're going to do another one here. We're going to do Tube Spanner. What other tools does Tube Spanner have? Let's see here. We did Notepad. We did the bio tool. We did the script writing. They also have the upload assistant. So we'll just do assistant. Bam. Tube Spanner assistant. Yeah, so what this is they have an upload assistant. So you, on the website inside of Tube Spanner, and if you're just joining us really quick, what you do, you just put this word in here and you only have to do it once, and then it's going to add you to the queue. And then I just hit draw, and then it's going to randomly pick somebody. That's how we're pulling up the channels or deciding who gets pulled up. But basically with their upload assistant, how it works is you log into their website, and then you fill out like, okay, if I'm uploading this type of video, then it's going to be, I need these things in the description. If I'm doing a live stream, I want to have these things in the description. And you fill out all of your affiliate links, all that stuff, and you put it in there. And then when you are uploading your videos or you're live streaming or whatever it is that you're doing, you just hit that button in the upload assistant, and then it automatically adds all that stuff to your description. You can have as many of them as you want, which is pretty awesome. I'll actually just show you really quick while we're pulling this up, while we're waiting for those to come in. And by the way, TubeBuddy was in here earlier. That's also up here as well. TubeBuddy is also an amazing tool that everybody here should also have as part of your toolkit. But basically with the upload assistant, if you go in here, how it works is you can see here, I have preset descriptions. So I have like my creator news. I've got, if I do an AI tools video, I've got my thing. If I'm uploading a piece of content to the Tube Spanner channel or the StreamYard channel, I've got my normal base video description, and I've got a live stream description in here. So basically how it works, I just click into here and I'm like, okay, if I'm going to do a regular live stream, I just click on this and then bam, all my entire description is in there for my live stream. And then I just have to put the actual first paragraph in there. Everything else is done. And then it's also got cool things too, to where, like, let's say that I wanted to add just a hashtag for the Niminati. Then I just click on that and that's in there. Or let's say I'm promoting something as an affiliate and I need my affiliate disclaimer, click on that, bam, got my disclaimer in there. For videos, if you want to add a recommended video, all you do is you hover over this for your videos list and then you just click on whichever one you want to add, bam, adds it in there. So really cool. Also gives you like a readability score. But that particular tool by itself, huge time saver for us as content creators. So here we go, 61 entries, and we're going to draw, and here we go.
Let's get this thing spinning.
And hit it again. Let's see how it goes, see if the timing is right. Yasmin tries to do art. Okay, here we go. So Yasmin tries to do art. Where is my cursor? There it is. Let's go. Pull you up on YouTube. It was this one. Oh, you welcome to YouTube. You're just getting started. Welcome to YouTube. So a couple things I want to tell you before we get into, so I'm not going to be able to actually pull yours up for the, for the recommendation on, what you should do there. Well, I'll still tell you, but just a couple things that I want you to keep in mind. First is you got to learn how to make thumbnails for these videos. 2, for the horizontal videos. 2, you need to make sure that you are uploading aspect ratio correct videos. 3, you want to make sure that you are being very specific with your titles. You also want to make sure that you are fully filling out your video descriptions, letting people know what's going on, like what it is that they're going to get out of the video content itself. Basically, you're starting at scratch. So YouTube has free resources. One of them, if you go to, I believe it's youtube.com/creators. Yeah. And I'm just going to drop this in the chat for you and for anybody else that wants it. But this right here is a free educational. Everybody on YouTube is going to try to sell you a course. I've got a course coming too. I'm going to try to sell you in the future. But when it comes to, the best practice getting started information, YouTube has free resources for that for you too. So if you just go to youtube.com/creators, this is going to help you get started with just some bare bones, best practice information so that you can make sure that you're giving yourself the best possible shot right out of the gate. In addition to that, YouTube also has, other educational sources as well, but just make sure you're getting up to speed. And just as a quick heads up for you, Yasmin, is you are just getting started with this. When you're publishing videos to YouTube, understand that it's a learning curve, just like learning how to do art. So when you first start learning how to draw, you go through all these, frustrating times of like, man, I just can't get this to look right. When it comes to YouTube, it's the same. When you are publishing videos to YouTube, when you don't know what you're doing, then sometimes people will, hit it, but it's not sustainable. So as you learn what it is that you need to do, it's just a learning curve. So embrace that learning curve. There's a lot of different things that you need to learn, a lot of different skills. I've got videos about all of it on my channel, but learn all the skills that you need and learn what's important and all of that stuff so that you can, make sure that you thrive. Because just randomly uploading videos to YouTube and getting on with it, that whole thing that's like old school YouTube. It's not like that these days. You have to, have some intention about what it is that you're doing, and you have to be constantly working on, developing the skill sets needed to do the thing. So I would focus on that stuff right now before you, mess with any, monetization related things. Let's see here. Do people look in the description? I tell my friends and family look in the description and they're super confused. Absolutely. I make hundreds of thousands of dollars through my video descriptions on my YouTube channel. Without question, they do. I've helped channels in the past that also make tons of money through their video descriptions. Your video descriptions, people look in there. So when it comes to, this is a great question. So when it comes to the video descriptions and really doing anything when it goes to bringing awareness to anything. It can be, affiliate marketing. It can be your own personal products. It can be other videos you're linking to, stuff like that. When you are publishing videos to YouTube, you can take a passive approach or you can take an active approach. When it comes to the passive approach, that is to where you have everything available for the people that are curious enough to look for it. You're not pushing anything, right? But when it comes to The active approach, you're actively letting people know that you have those links available. Hey, just a heads up, I've got some stuff down in the description that you might find interesting. Check it out, down below. Hey, I've got a link to this down in the description below. Hey, I'm using this thing. This is pretty amazing. I got a link to it down in the description if you want to check it out. But anyway, and then you keep going on with the content. So if you take the active approach, you're going to have more people going down there. You're going to have, everything you do is going to convert higher in terms of the click through. It comes up to the websites and the things that you're actually selling for them to actually convert. But in terms of people going down there and clicking, absolutely they do. And you just have to decide if you're going to take the passive approach or the active approach. I mix it. So like if I'm doing live streams and stuff, it's usually more active. If I'm doing videos, sometimes it's active, sometimes it's not. But it's going to depend on your approach. In terms of your friends and family, I'm not sure about, your friends and family, but, a general YouTube viewer, they know about the description and they know, how to get down to the video description. If you are reaching like an older audience or something like that, giving them instructions is also something that you can do. And I know it sounds weird, but it's effective to where you can tell them, yeah, you're going to see this little more text down there. Just click on that more text and it's going to open up, the description and show you the information down there. So yeah, absolutely spread awareness about that. Let's see here. Stanley Orchard back in the house. What's up, my dude? Hope you're doing great. Tube Spanner officially in the house. What's going on? Hope that you are doing great, Danielle. So let's see here. So next up, let's do another one here. And by the way, if you are enjoying this stream,
if you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend right now.
Hey, so really quick, at home with Susanna says, many outside of the country reach out to me to get help with my videos. They all want to help increase your SEO views and subscribers. They are a pain, but wondering if I can do it all myself. Yes, you can do it all yourself. So just a heads up to everybody here, just a cautionary message. You are going to have, as your channel grows, because your information is publicly available on your YouTube channel, which it should be, in terms of, like if they click on the business inquiry email, you should have an email there that goes to an email address that is not directly connected to your YouTube account. And then there, you're going to have all kinds of people reaching out to you. They're going to reach out to you in your email. They're going to reach out to you in your Twitter DMs or your Instagram DMs. Everybody's going to tell you like, hey, I can help you rank and search. I can help you get, more views on your videos, things like that. If they could, they wouldn't need to do the outreach. Okay. If they were good at it, then word of mouth would keep them going to where they wouldn't have to do it, or they would have their own resources to where they were building all that up to where they wouldn't have to send you emails trying to get you into what it is that they're doing. Okay. If they knew what they were doing, they wouldn't have to send you an email about it. Okay. So because of that, never respond to those emails because they're a waste of time, and everything that they are going to do, they've learned from watching YouTube videos, right? So because of that, just watch videos. If you're like, hey, how do I optimize my videos for search? Type it into YouTube. How do I optimize my videos for search? You're going to see a bunch of different videos, watch a handful of them, and look for crossover information, right? When it comes to tools, the reliable tools for SEO are TubeBuddy, Keywords Everywhere, SEMrush, if you want to pay like $100 a month, and using the bare bones YouTube autocomplete. So you just go to YouTube and you go to the search bar and you type in around the type of content that you make. It's going to show you the things that people are looking for. And then you start making videos around those things, and you take it farther by getting into the details of what it is that you do. And you start just looking for, the content that people are into. You can also go to a website called, Answer the Public. There you get 3 free searches a day, and you can also type in, around information around your YouTube channel, and it's going to give you all of the questions that people are asking around the topics that you type in. So, you can do it yourself. You do not need to hire those companies in order to do it. Let's see here. So next up on the list, so Travel Droner says, I own an SEO company and I can help with that. I'm going to guess that you're probably not doing outreach to YouTubers, right? You probably, if you're good at what it is that you do, because I have a friend of mine, he's actually, one of the top people in the SEO niche, or not just niche, but in the SEO industry. And, he doesn't have to send out emails. He doesn't have to do anything. He just gets flooded with emails of people wanting to work with him because he's so effective at what it is that he does. Yeah. See. Right. Yeah. So it's those email people that are the ones that I'm talking about there. So let's pull up another one here. So we've got Tube Spanner. Let's just put YouTube after it to make it easy. You know, we're not going to do that. We're going to do Tube Spanner in the word 2. And here we go. Boom. So that's the word. If you are just joining us, we are looking at YouTube channels and we are finding ways that, you know, we're brainstorming on different ways that they can monetize. We pulled up a couple where it's been, you know, kind of challenging. We pulled up others to where, you know, they're a great fit and, you know, we're able to give them some, you know, decent advice. This stream is brought to you or sponsored by, I should say, Tube Spanner, which is a YouTube productivity tool that'll help you write scripts. It'll help you write scripts. It'll help you link all of your social accounts together through the link in bio tool. It'll help you write better titles. It'll help you upload more efficiently. It helps you share your content out on a schedule. So like, let's say, for example, you have an archive of videos. What you can do is you can hop into their social scheduling tool and you can say, okay, I want to share this out to LinkedIn and to Twitter. And you can schedule like a whole month or 2 months worth of, you know, tweets and LinkedIn posts that go out sharing your YouTube videos. So all kinds of helpful, you know, things that you can do, but it's a productivity suite for YouTube content creators. So here we go.
Let's get this thing spinning.
Here we go. Matt JF, they do not have a mobile app at this point in time. Shady Oda. I hope I'm saying that right. Here we go. Let's see what you got. Because of the word shady, I'm not sure what you're doing, so I'm going to take down the screens to make sure everything is family friendly and whatnot. Stanley says, I can't post links. Hey, Stanley, I'm going to make you a mod here, so if you need to post links to anything, you can feel free. Let's see here. There you go, Stanley. So if you need to post something, you can. Okay, so let me pull this up. Tycoon. Okay, so you're doing gaming content. So let me add this to the screen and see what you got. So let's see here. So we've got come in and watch an old crusty sailor play survival games. Love it. Let's see here. Stream elements. Okay, so you've already got a donate thing in here. That's good. You got links going out to your community, all that stuff. So really quick, just a heads up, like making just like a clear statement here is a good, I mean, this is fine. It's fine. Okay, so you're using stream elements here and you're doing your thing through that. That's good. So yeah, you can do that. You can also use like Buy Me a Coffee. You can add Ko-Fi. You can do Patreon. But you know, you already have a tip jar, which is good. Let's go to your videos tab. So just a heads up, you're using a templated thumbnail here, which right now, as you're getting started, like if you already have like a fan base or something, it's a little bit different because then they can start to recognize those templates and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to come in for that. But like as you are just getting started right now, I wouldn't do this. Instead, I would think to myself, okay, people that might be interested in this game, what imagery can I use to grab their attention and help them identify that it's something that they might care about? And I would do that more for your thumbnails. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're going to be doing that on the Tube Spanner channel this coming week. That's pinned at the very top of the screen, by the way. So if you are looking for normal, just regular channel reviews that don't have to do with monetization, we're going to be doing that either Tuesday or Wednesday on the Tube Spanner channel. So make sure that you are subscribed to that channel. It's pinned at the top of the chat right now. Okay, so in your particular case, since you are a gamer, first make sure that you do fully fill out your video description, add at least a short paragraph there. In addition to that, I would add your donation link down here as well. When you add your donation link, then that just gives the people that are watching the video that do not visit your channel page direct access to that link as well. I would also add any, you can sign up as a Walmart affiliate. You can sign up as you probably won't get accepted for Amazon yet, but you can sign up as a Walmart affiliate or any of the gaming companies. sign up there to bring attention to any game controllers that you use, any headphones that you use, anything like that that you use and like and enjoy and recommend to others. Putting affiliate links down here is also another way that you can monetize what it is that you're doing too. I wouldn't worry about merch yet. I would worry more about growing the viewership of the channel. But I would definitely have the tip jar here and the affiliate stuff so that as your channel grows, that you already have these things built into your archive. So as YouTube's recommending it to people and stuff like that, you've already got them in there, and it's not something you have to go back in time and go do, in the future. If anybody here does need to do that kind of thing in the future, for adding a bunch of links to your, descriptions and things like that, if you're like, man, Nick, I've missed the boat here. I've got 300 videos on my channel and I don't have affiliate links in the description. What you can do is TubeBuddy actually has a tool called the Find and Replace tool, to where you can go in and you can use that to say, okay, add this to all of my descriptions. And then you can add your affiliate disclaimer, which is something required by Amazon and the FTC, to where you add an affiliate disclaimer letting people know that if people click on those links that you do earn a commission. And then you can also add the little block of links also. So all the things that I use for gaming or whatever it is. And then you would add that block of links and then the affiliate disclaimer. And then you can use that to add it to all of your video descriptions. Super helpful tool. And it'll do all of your videos in just a handful of minutes. It's amazing. Let's see here. So in your case, those are the things that I would do. But I would really just focus more on, best practices and things like that. But I would just add that default stuff into the description, for the sake of, the archive and just building it into the archive. All right, so we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes now, so we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out here, and I am going to be doing these on a regular basis now, so if you did enjoy this, first off, give me a thumbs up or smash that heart button, let me know that you, enjoyed this stream, and we are also going to be doing regular channel reviews over on the Tube Spanner channel that's linked up at the top of the screen on a regular basis as well, starting either next Tuesday or Wednesday. So I've got that pinned at the top of the screen. Make sure that you go and you subscribe to that channel as well so that you're there for when we do that, so you get that notification. I'll also be sharing that in my community feed. So make sure you do that. Make sure you have notifications turned on for my channel as well, so that you can make sure that you see the feed when I post it there. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to be doing channel reviews. So you can see that and you can come over and, we basically do this, what we just did. We do that over there, but for channel reviews. You can go preview one so you can see exactly what it is that you're getting into. So hopefully you learned something today. And next time we do this, I hope that you come back and, get some insights there. Everybody have a great rest of your week. I'm doing a live stream tomorrow, our regular live stream that we do Nimin Live with my brother at 9 a.m. Eastern here on this channel. So make sure that you are around for that as well. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you next time.
Hit the sub button, hit the like button. If you're having fun, comment, type something. If you're laying back, leaning in, engage. Just take a second to smash the whole page.
Had to. All right. Have a great weekend.